Hi everybody. Welcome to the week of April 27th. A whole month into all of this and we're still trying to get things done online, so I think we're doing a great job so far. Thank you for everybody that has been turning in work. I notice most people have been checking in on Canvas every couple of days, so I thank you, appreciate that. If you have just been checking in, not really getting any assignments done yet, hey, it's never too late. Take a look at the assignments, try something out. Even if you don't submit through the assignment link, send me an email, tell me what you're doing. We'll get you credited for the work that you're getting done. But I would love to see participation from everybody if at all possible. So keep the emails coming. Remember, I always have the morning office hours. And here's what we're doing for the week of April 27th. I think everybody has heard of a Rube Goldberg invention. Rube Goldberg was an inventor, engineer, but mostly known for the cartoons that he developed in the early to mid 1900s. Basically, what Rube Goldberg would do would take something that would be considered a normal everyday task and invent a very complex machine to do that task. And you see his cartoons around a lot every day, and also if you go on the internet, people build Rube Goldberg inventions all the time. So this will be your project. Your job is to create some type of a Rube Goldberg device, whether it's using Blender on a computer and using the built-in physics simulators like some of these videos show, or actually just finding some things around your house and building your own Rube Goldberg invention. For the game design and animation class, we're actually going to be completing a Rube Goldberg project for this activity. So if I scroll down through the web page and look for the week of April 27th after our particles, you'll see that this is actually a 2-week project. So it would be the weeks of April 27th to May 8th, with the project being due May 11th. And you'll see we have some videos here for you to watch. The top 2 are actually done in Blender. One is a real Rube Goldberg invention. One of them is the Blender Bullet Physics engine where they're smashing towers, which is actually a possible project for this activity. And the bottom 2 deal with you actually hand building something at home. So if I go into the actual assignment link, and remember, even though I have the complete the weekly reflection here, you no longer need to do that. We're going to do the reflection right in the activity. So if I click on the link for the assignment for the object physics button here, here's the actual activity. So we talk about the physics engines built into Blender. You've already actually worked a little bit with the Bullet Physics engine with the cloth, the fabric, and the water and particle systems. So we're going to actually work with the object physics a little bit more. And again, this is considered a 2-week project because I expect it will take longer than the 90 minutes that were allotted for each week. So first, I'd like you to look over the pages in the Blender Basics book chapter on object physics starting at 1910. Here's the link to go to look at those pages in the book. Even if you're not going to do the Blender option, I'd still prefer you to look those pages over just to see what's involved. And the project itself is you're going to create some type of simple mechanism using the Blender Physics engine or building something at home. Machine must include at least one domino effect, a rolling or bouncing ball, and a lever. Again, do the best you can. If you struggle with something here, that's all right. Make the best effort you can. When the physics is set, you're going to record your animation, use appropriate materials and textures for the elements. Again, if you're in Blender, setting up a camera, and try to create a movie of your machine. Even if that movie is just you pointing your camera at the computer screen and filming it as you go. So for this assignment, again, video is our best option for either of these. But if that's not a good alternative for you, then maybe you can just take some pictures of your invention in various states of its being run. In the comments box of the submission is where I want you to tell me what you found to be the most interesting part of this project and what was also the biggest challenge of the project. That's what's taking place in the weekly reflection. If at all possible, upload a video using the media options. I've enabled it in the Canvas submission settings. And then again, you'll see that there's comments box there that you can write these comments in. You'll notice a special note here. If you are also in the robotics class, you will also have this project starting next week. So if you're in both animation and robotics, you're going to have 3 weeks to complete this project. So I'd like to see something a little bit more elaborate if that's the case. So for inspiration, here's a couple of Rube Goldberg inventions. Mousetrap game is a perfect example of a Rube Goldberg invention, setting up dominoes. Do a little research on the internet. Look it up. Look at YouTube videos. There's a lot of stuff out there on Rube Goldberg. You have two options. So the first one is to create Blender, or use Blender to create a Rube Goldberg machine. So install Blender 279 if you haven't done so already. Here are the installers and the links to get there. Complete your simple model in Blender, and again, use the Blender physics book. Here's a tutorial if you decide you want to do a plank tower. This is a short tutorial I found on the internet of somebody doing a plank tower. And here's also a video of me showing you how to use the Blender object physics so that you can make some domino effects and falling objects and having some fun with that. If you decide to do this at home, look what you have around your house that you could build a Rube Goldberg machine out of. There's lots and lots of examples. There's no one wrong or right way to do this. Do the best you can. So create your Rube Goldberg effect, record it with your phone, and submit it through the assignment link. Don't forget about answering those questions in the comments box. So again, remember that I have weekly office hours from 8 to 9. You can always email me with any questions you have. Good luck.